Darcy Katie.
Good evening, City Council members and Madam Mayor, Dr. Ali. Thanks for hanging in there. We're going on 5.5 hours strong.
That's all right.
Tonight I'd like to inform all of you, along with the present community members and those watching at home, about the growing community support for the Peoria City Council to pass a ceasefire resolution, along with hopefully providing further clarity on the intersectionality of the treatment of our local houseless population versus those that are houseless in Palestine due to ongoing genocide, along with highlighting why it is our moral and ethical obligation to protect one of society's most vulnerable populations, the houseless. I believe it is both immoral and unconscionable to even consider penalizing people for sleeping outside. However, under the new ordinance, people can receive a citation and a possible fine. A key point worth noting is that if a person receives 3 violations of this ordinance within 6 months of the first one given, then there is a possibility of serving time in the county jail of up to 6 months, effectively criminalizing houselessness. I, as a longtime resident of Peoria, do not support this ordinance in its current form. This ordinance clearly does not account for the complexity of houselessness when you consider that, according to SAMHSA in the United States, 21% of individuals experiencing houselessness have reported having a serious mental illness, and 16% have reported having substance use disorder, while 37% of individuals who identified as Black and 24% identifying as Hispanic comprise the houseless population in this survey, meaning 60% of people experiencing houselessness are people of color. The populations that would be most affected should this ordinance pass as it is written currently are those that face systemic racism, lack of appropriate and necessary services to support them on their mental health and substance recovery journeys, along with a host of other factors that funnel into why houselessness exists in the first place. We as a community will not effectively alleviate nor end houselessness in Peoria by criminalizing it. I ask that the council give deep consideration to how they can support local organizations that interact on a daily basis with the houseless, such as Jolt, Lula, Phoenix, Dream Center Peoria, Peoria Friendship House, just to name a few. I am grateful to see so many local community members, activists, and organizations coming out to voice their concerns about the ordinance that will impact our local houseless community, and I ask that each of you in turn consider the impact that funding from your tax dollars is having on the houseless of Palestine. Many of you in this room tonight may be unaware that approximately $1,746,400 of Peoria, Illinois taxpayer income has been sent to Israel to fund the ongoing genocide in Palestine. Rather than your hard-earned money going to fund the destruction of 85% of the buildings in Gaza and 90% of the population being displaced and effectively houseless, why not support using these funds from the figure I gave just moments ago to support and fund 19 local elementary school teachers or 207 local public housing units for 1 year? We have so much to offer our community if only we, the people, would choose to take a stand against funding a genocide. If you do not want increased houselessness in Peoria, Illinois, and would rather support our houseless friends and family for them to hopefully have a more stable quality of life in the future, then why on earth would you support and fund the creation of houselessness en masse in Palestine? If the targeting and criminalization of houselessness locally feels morally and ethically wrong to you, then please do not support it happening anywhere else. We as a community must continue to come together to create the change we wish to see in this world. So please keep showing up like you have tonight. And please join us in supporting a ceasefire resolution. Thank you.